I seem to have misinterpreted the guide here, and I accidentally did a problem 10 because I assumed that the screencast is on number 10, but I guess problem 10 was just a screencast problem 9. But whatever. So problem number 10 is the create your own question problem, and I named it Frank's Folly. Nice alliteration there. Frank forgot to bring his thermal drill to the bank robbery. Now the onus is on him to get into the vault. The reinforced 24-inch thick titanium door has an electronic lock with a 10-digit PIN number required to unlock it. If it doesn't unlock in one attempt, the alarm will go off, alerting national security, sending Frank and his accomplices off to 25 years in prison. There are 10 numbers to choose from, sure 0 to 9, that can only be chosen once each. Frank has to guess the 10-digit code in the exact order. What are the odds that Frank goes to prison? Chosen. So basically that problem back there was it was a combination of an events not happening problem and also a probability with permutations problem. So basically, to start it off, we need to address the probability with permutations problem. So there's a 10-digit combo that Frank has to guess, and the number's going to be used once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That represents the 10 numbers that he has to input from 0 to 9. But there are only 10 numbers that he can guess. So what we do, how we solve these problems, is we put the first number in the slot that each possible combination that he could use for the first number in the first slot. So in this case it would be 10, because of the 10 numbers that he has. And you'd subtract 1, you put it in the second slot, subtract another 1, put it in the third slot. Now you could go down all the way and do this, but actually for this problem, since the 10 that you have for the possible numbers used in the combination, and the 10 that you have for numbers that you could input in, that means that the numbers all match up in line, and instead of writing this all out, you can just use 10 factorial, which is 10 with the exclamation point after it, and get the answer. So you then know 10 factorial is basically the same as this. 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And if you factor out, multiply 10 factorial, you'll get 3,628,800 as your final answer. So what you'd normally do with that, for just a common probability with permutations problem, is you just slot a 1 over it, and that would be your probability. But this question is different, as if you remember back to the problem, it asks, what's the odds that Frank goes to prison? Now, that basically means, what are the odds that Frank doesn't guess the combination? So that's odds that won't happen. So basically, to do that, you just, it's quite simple, you just take a 1 and subtract that number that you got the odds of it happening. And when you subtract it out, you get a 3,628,799 over numbers. And that right there is the odds that Frank goes to prison. Not very good odds for our boy Frank. Now, before